welcome back to the Spider's Web, and we're going to be carrying on with our Last Night on Earth zombies, and we're going to do these three, and these are part of the brown coloured zombies. So we want browns, we want different shades of browns and creams and oranges, possibly a little bit of red, but we'll see how we go with them. Now, there's another brown we can use. Okay, so let's get cracking, shall we? I don't really want to use Rhinox hide because I want to use that for the base, so that's going to one side for the time being. Let's go through and I'll show you which colours we've got. First off, we have, as I said, I'll just give it a quick shake because it's all split up. We have Ungor flesh, and we have Kislev flesh, we have Tallarn sand, we have Steel Legion drab, we have Scrag brown, we have Bestigor flesh, we have Balor brown, we have Ratskin flesh, obviously we have a little bit of Screaming Skull on the go, and we also have Nurgling green, and that's going to be for the flesh tones, because that, if you remember, is the replacement one for rotting flesh. Okay, so let's make a start, shall we? Speaking of flesh, that's the one we want to start off with. Take some of this. We need quite a bit of this because we have 3 models to get through. So we have a dollop of that. We also need to lighten it down our Screaming Skull. So it's the Nurgling green and Screaming Skull to make the flesh colour, and we want to try and make it so it's fairly pale but a bit more on the greeny side than the creamy side. Okay, so that being that, and we'll add a touch of water to it just to make it mixable. And I'll wash that brush out, give it a quick dry, and then we'll get our brush that we're going to be using, which in this case is a detail brush, obviously Citadel because it's the only ones I use, and we go over all the skin tone areas. And this fella's not wearing a shirt with buttons, so we go over his chest and stomach, as well as his face and ears. We can go over the bottom of his hair because that's going to be obviously painted a different colour later on. And we need, we need to, as I say, cover everything. This is the base coat, as you know, so every part of this needs to be covered in this colour. And then his hands and wrists there. I'm a little teapot short and stout. So that's what I could do. Chase me my daffodil, something like that. Yeah. So that's the first one done. So the 3 the same, but we're not going to do them all exactly the same colours. We may change colours, alternate different colours. I don't like them all looking the same, as you should be aware now. I've missed a bit on his forehead there. That looks better. There you are. As always, it'll look different once we've got the highlights on. Okay, so I'll touch more water just to make it flow a little better, because it's drying up as we speak, because it's quite a warm room, this. So yeah, I've had a thought. I found out earlier today that 2014, which would be this year, is actually the 40th anniversary, or the 40th birthday, however you want to look at it, of Dungeons and Dragons. So I had this stupid little thought. I'm not a big player of Dungeons and Dragons. As you know, I've had one game, and that was last year, and it was only like a beginner's game. I've never played it since. I wouldn't know how to be a DM or anything. So I was thinking, to mark the anniversary, or the birthday, that instead of doing the proper Dungeons and Dragons, I was thinking of going through the entire scenario book. In fact, I forgot the feat. The entire scenario book of one of the adventure game system games, like Castle Ravenloft or Wrath of Ashardalon or Legend of Drizzt. Now, I was wondering, is that something you would like to see as a series of videos? Because I like to mark these things out. I like to mark these special occasions. And I say, if I was a D&D player, I would try and arrange for a big a few friends come around and actually play it, but as I'm not, I can't really do that. But I can do it in such a way where either I play a solo game and go through the entire book, or I get a few friends round and we go through and play as like a games night thing. Is that something, as I said, you would be interested to see? If not, fine, fair enough, I'll do it myself and not bother videoing it. Just do it for my own amusement. But if you would like to see it, please let me know. As I say, I'm looking for things to do, and as I said, this year being the 40th anniversary of the game, it just might mark it a little thing, my own little bit of a tribute to the game, you know. So, as I said, it's entirely up to you. Please let me know if you want me to do it, and you want to see a particular one of the games done. Let me know which one. If you want me to do it as like a games night style thing, I can possibly be able to do that once a month, depending on who I can get round. But I'd have to bring the same people in time and time again, I think, and use the same characters, obviously, which could be a little tricky. Or if you prefer me to do like solo plays, which I've already done before, then as I said, let me know which game you'd like me to play, which characters you'd like me to play from that character, or which character you'd like me to play from that game, not which character you'd like to play from that character. And also I'll leave things open for you as well. I'll do, so I could do a four hero, or I'll pick 4 heroes, and play the and play 3 of the heroes and leave the options open to you for the 4th hero. So there's different ways I could do this, and as I say, it's up to you how we go about it if you want it to be done. I'm happy to do it. I want to do it anyway, but I say whether or not it gets done for just my own amusement or whether it gets done for the channel, I say it's up to you. Anyway, we're going to carry on with Scrag Brown, and this fella is going to have a Scrag Brown shirt, whether he wants one or not. And for this we need to go carefully and get the edge that goes against his skin. We don't want to get any of this Scrag Brown on his skin, just on his shirt. But knowing me, I was going to say, knowing me, I'll get some on his shirt. Oh sorry, I'll get some on his skin, and I just did. Oh dear. Clumsy oaf. Oh well. It's a very transparent paint this. It's not got very good coverage, so there will be a couple of coats of this one going on this fella. Also, while talking about the D&D games, I am thinking of redoing the 3D tiles I made. I've had an idea to improve what I've done on them so far, but I can't really implement that idea with how they're done now. So I'm thinking, as I said, of redoing them, making them better. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned some things from the mistakes that I made when I was doing them, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the next ones I make will be better. I've decided not to do the walls as high, not to do the floors by scoring into the foam core and pressing them out, but by putting some of the that dark earth paste stuff that I bought, the Vallejo thing that I've been using for basing these, by actually covering the thing with that and then marking the squares out into that instead of actually, as I say, scratching or scoring the top piece of card on the foam core, because that I've noticed is actually making the foam core stuff peel off, which is not good. It also weakens it, so it breaks a lot easier, which again is not good. So that is something I have in mind for this year. Whether I do the Castle Ravenloft ones again, or whether I just go on to the Wrath of a Shadowland ones or the Legend of Drift ones, I don't know yet. I would like to redo the Castle Ravenloft ones, because I've got all the bits and pieces for that to use. But I suppose in time I'll have them all done. As I say, with a project like that, you try it and then you realise where you go wrong with certain things, and then you learn then how not to do it next time. Okay, and I think this fella can have this Scrag Brown for his trousers. So again, we cover near enough everything there. I'm thinking of having a competition. Because I'm rapidly approaching 250 subscribers, so I'm thinking of running a competition. I'm not exactly sure what that yet, but when I decide, it will be after I get my 250th subscriber. I shall get my thinking caps on and think of some. I think I can do something that can be done for a competition and let you know, and then think of some prizes. But as I said, I've got plans for this year, and I'm hoping now that, as I said, now that I've got more and more stuff behind me and more experience in doing what I'm doing, that I can actually do what I want to do. Okay, there is one colour I'm looking for which I can't find. There we are. Dark Flesh, that's the one I'm looking for. Dark Flesh, it's one of the old ones. I don't have much of this left, but this last guy is going to get a Dark Flesh shirt. There we are. This is more of a reddish brown. It's not a very good coverage. It's also not available anymore because it's one of the old paints, so why I'm actually telling you about the qualities of it, I don't know, but I do like this paint colour. Right, what I think I need to do is give it a shake first of all, and hopefully that will help matters. It has slightly, it's covering a little better. There we are. So this is Dark Flesh. I'm not sure what the new name for it is. But we'll have to find out, because I do like it and I hope it's as rich a brown. I hope I hope the new one is as rich a brown as this one is. I do quite like it. Not as rich a brown, a warmer brown. So the amount of red that's in it, it's a very warm colour. There we go. We're getting there with it. We're getting there. So this is just the base coat, as it were. Or if you're painting a door, the black underneath is the primer. This is the undercoat. But if you've seen my videos before, you know that already. You know how I work. If this is the first video you've seen of mine, then hello, hope you enjoy it, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. 246 subscribers I have up to this point. I would like to welcome each and every one of you. I am so happy and overwhelmed that you've all decided that my channel is worth a watch. It proves that I seem to be doing I can do something right. I think the first guy who had the shirt done in the colour, I think he can have these in dark brown as well, in this dark flesh rather. There we are. So I do like this colour. It doesn't go on white, it doesn't go on black very well, but never mind. Here we are. And did you know the first CD player was released I don't know why I've gone into this subject, it's just something that's coming to my head. I think it was 1982 the first CD player was sold or released to the shops. 1982, 22 years ago we've had CDs and CD players. I don't know about you, but I still prefer vinyl. Little crackling sound as you put the stylus onto the record. Oh, nice, isn't it? I seem to get this really strange thoughts popping into my head every now and again. You may have noticed from other videos. I don't think I have a tendency of cutting them out. I can't do that with this because I was painting when I said it. Okay, what have we got next? Let's go with not Tallow and Sand. Let's go with Steel Legion Drab. There we are. For this chappie's shirt. A bit of Steel Legion Drab. No wrong with that. Note wrong with that. This is a really good colour. It really goes well over black, as you can see. Still may need a little touching up here and there in some places when dry, but as I say, it goes over black quite well. As quite a lot of the newer paints do. There's some obviously like the was it the Balor Brown that I used earlier, still have trouble with going over black, but yeah, not to worry. You're better off doing a number of thin coats rather than one thick one. If you do one thick one, then you have a habit, or you have a risk of clogging up detail, which is something you really don't want to do. I've been looking at the Dwarf King's Hold models in my collection, and as I said in the unboxing video I did previous to this one, when I bought the game the models were pre-assembled, they'd already been glued together, and looking at them there's a lot of excess glue that's dried onto the models. I'm just hoping it's not the detail of the models too much and I can still work around it. If not, I may have to replace some of the models, unfortunately, but time will tell for that one. I think I might do the same for this fellow's trousers as well. I'm going to have to get the dark flesh out again just to redo this chappie's shirt and the other chappie's trousers. Here we go. So as I said, this is brown, so we just want different shades. These are brown zombies rather. We just want different shades of brown, browns, creams, that kind of colour in these. We don't want anything really bright, anything green. Remember, these are zombies. They've been dug, or they've crawled out of the grave by all accounts. Possibly some have been just you can see some of them have been attacked while they've been alive and transformed into zombies that way and not buried, but who knows. So we just want muted colours. We don't want anything bright and garish. We can do that for the hero figures if need be, but here we are for the zombies. What I want to do first of all is mix a little bit more of this flesh colour, just so I can go over and touch up the flesh areas where I've gone over with the brown. Because we want as clean a colour as we can get. So I'll just do that now. I don't think I am going to bother with that fella's trousers that I did the dark flesh on, but here I think, actually I don't know, what do you think? It doesn't look too bad. I think I might leave it. So I'll give it a couple of seconds anyway to dry off, for the flesh tones to dry, and then I will get out my beloved acrylic earth shade. I'm going to have to get some more of this. And I think it seems dry now. Let's just slam some on. I'm not doing the hair until last on this one. I don't know why I've suddenly decided to do that. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay, I forgot to do the hair. Okay, that's basically the thing behind it. I forgot to paint the hair. Gone straight in for the wash, not bothered doing the hair. Don't matter, doesn't matter. We can do the hair again. As long as it gets painted in the end, it doesn't matter. There we are. Oops. So we'll want quite a bit of the Agrex Earth shade on because we're doing a wash, we're trying to pick out all the details. Want it on pooling up into the recesses to give it the shadows and the dark areas. We don't, however, want to be allowing it to pool up on flat areas, but if that happens, it happens. No point in crying about it. Getting upset. It's going to happen at some point. But just try and keep it so that you get an even coverage, and it's only pools, I say, in the shadows. And if you see it pooling up anywhere else, just brush it off. There we go. And finally, this fella. And once we've done this, we'll just leave the models as always to dry, and we'll come back and highlight in the next video. There we are. So I need a nickname for these zombies. I call them the other ones the Give Me a Hug zombies. Haven't quite got a nickname for these ones. I'm a little teapot zombies. I don't know. Anybody got any ideas? Let me know. Right, so that's these ones done. Base coated and washed. Now it's just allowed to dry, and then we can go over and highlight. Until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.